Hey everybody, welcome back to Rebirth of Night episode 5, and as promised, we finally made it to the Nether. I don't do the whole Nether transition screen on camera because, well, my computer doesn't like me now as it is, and that would really upset it. But, it is a rather dark and stormy day. I have paperwork I should be doing, but, instead, I'm gonna play Minecraft. So, we came to the Nether, and I built this little shack. I went around and collected a little bit of resources. We still need blaze rods. We need soul sand. Soul sand and blaze rods are two things that we need in particular. But I do have netherrack, and I got some magma block, which I don't think has a particular use, but I like it. And then black basalt is really nice to build with, so I'm gathering that up as I see it, and a couple other miscellaneous things to do miscellaneous things with. I died so many times. It's not particularly that the Nether is difficult. It's that I tried to build this with the Atlas in my hand, and well, it it opened the Atlas when I was shift clicking, and I fell into the lava. And then I didn't realize that there was a piece of land over top of me. And when I was building backwards, a orange salamander fell from the sky and beat me to an oblivion. Well, twice. Beat me to an oblivion twice. So, yeah, but I managed to get a bunch of levels back because, well, it's really easy to get levels in the Nether, but it's really easy to lose them. Show you guys something cool. Shabam. Kill a magma slime, and it does the whole magma thing. So I should kill that salamander because it drops its skin, and its skin could be used for like armor or something. I don't quite know what it's used for, but it could be used for something. But I'm not going to because they're kind of tough, and I really don't want to go down that road. Now, pigmen are interesting. They don't really attack you, but they attacked me once, and I didn't really do anything to provoke them. So I don't know if it's like random, or you get like really close to them. They're like, oh, well, I don't like this guy. I'm uncomfortable, so we're gonna stab him in the face. Oh, I forgot to bring any building blocks. Oh well, no big deal. So as I was looking around, I found this big structure, and if you look on the thing, there's this here too. And I'm assuming this is another fortress, so we're going to hit that up too. I'm not sure what this is. I've never seen one of these before. There's two of them near my spawn point, but this one is a lot easier to access, obviously. I do kind of want... These are bones, yes. Why am I not vein mining? Vein mine. Okay, so... Okay, the game's like lagging super hardcore. You know what that means, right? I'm just gonna end up being dead, and then it's gonna ruin the video, and I'm gonna be upset. I guess we'll come back for these. There's a bunch of them, so it's whatever. Now, is this like frame quartz glass panes? If you break this, do you get the block? No. Oh, no, not a big deal. We're gonna break in this way because I didn't bring any blocks to pillar or anything. So we're just gonna break in and see how that turns out. I didn't bring the best armor and stuff in the game, but even for this stage, like, I'm a little bit weak sauce, but it'll be alright. I mean, if I die, I'm not really losing anything, but at the same time, I would rather not die. I am collecting some of these things. Yeah, I'll probably collect some of these. I guess I can't collect anything right now. Maybe I should find a place to kind of chill out till this, whatever this is stops. Yeah, there we go. Okay, back outside. Vein mining's working. Okay, so we should be okay now, maybe. Nope, still not okay. Can I not break this? Oh, it does drop it. Ah, it's alright, I don't... I don't want to fill up my inventory that quick. I can come back and harvest this whole thing when I have, like, super OP armor and they can't touch me. Now, I'm not sure what all spawns in here. Wort soup, eh? Sure, I'll take that. Yeah, I guess I'll come back and harvest all this junk that I want later. I kind of feel like a lot of this, I don't know what mod put this in here, but I kind of feel like a ton of this is just pretty much cosmetic. Like, I don't really think there's anything here that has an actual function outside of what you can normally find. But it is something cool to explore, and I do think it's worthy to be in a video, so we'll continue through. I think, yeah, I don't think we're gonna find any chests or anything, to be honest. No, that guy's menacing. They not fit through the door. If they can't fit through the door, that's kind of awesome. They're really kind of strong. I really don't know if they can fit through the door or not. I think, they seem to be able to, but at the same time, ooh. Can I harvest this? That I can. These are actually, if you look in the, let's just hit the U key, and then we'll go back to click on that. These are actually a little bit more difficult to make. They take runes of Lunar and Spectre Silt and all kinds of, like, magical items. So, yeah, I'll take a free enchanting table. I actually, in my base, I actually made a room for enchanting already, so, and a room for potions. So, like, that's, like, perfect. I was gonna do an episode where I was gonna make the, a brewing stand and a retort, but now I have that already taken care of. And we're frozen. As long as it doesn't, like, freak out and I just end up dead, I don't really care. Like, I'm fairly used to this bullcrap, but if it, like, freaks out and I just end up dying, that's when I get kind of upset. I'm pretty sure about 45% of my deaths in my Minecraft history are pretty much from lag. Like that's pretty much the long and short of, you know, about half of my deaths. I'm not the best Minecraft player, and my controls ain't the best because I'm using a laptop. So a lot of my deaths are self-provoked, but there's a lot of them that if my computer didn't lag, I think I would win. So, if this takes too long, I'll end up deleting this episode and starting over. But let's talk about something. Let's talk about a couple of things. So, I actually hung out with somebody for the first time in a really long time, because, you know, most people ignore my existence, and I don't really do much to initiate conversation with too many people, because it usually feels as if either they're up to something, or I'm like a burden, so I don't really, like, you know, waste, like, what do I have to offer anybody, is usually my mentality. But I actually hung out with somebody because because everybody needs to hang out with somebody at some point. Like, I don't care who you are, eventually you have the feeling of missing social interaction, no matter how you view society and how many dirtbags are out there. But, anyways, so it went all okay, I guess. I mean, it was a little weird as always, but the dude's weird, so it kind of like made sense. He's weird, so of course the interaction was weird. But I ran into quite a few people when I was out, that mostly family, and one of them say, don't tell certain person that you saw me. And I'm like, No, that's fine. I mean, I try not to talk to that person anyway. Then, later on, I find out that the first thing they did was run to that person and tell them that they saw me. And I'm like, I'm like, it wasn't even a full 24 hours. And the dude's like, okay, so they can fit through doors. There's, but, it wasn't even 24 hours. And the dude, told the person he told me not to tell that he saw me. And this, as far as I know, this doesn't affect me. Like, as far as I know, that didn't have any repercussions as far as I'm concerned. But at the same time, it's really annoying because why would you go and waste your breath to tell somebody not to tell somebody something and then turn right around and do it? It just it irritates me so bad. So that's like the new, well, it's not a new pet peeve. That's always been a pet peeve. Somebody else did that to me before, and I don't know. I can't remember who it was. I really kind of feel like it was the same person. Like, now that I think about it, I really feel like it was the same person that did it. But I don't really. I'm not entirely sure. So that's right. You better keep walking. Shove this staff down your throat and out your pig hole. But I really should find a way to like kind of map this out. That's like one of the newer things that's been irritating me. Like, I've been kind of like trying to keep it light recently. Like, I feel like a lot of my Facebook posts and a lot of the things I say to people have been a little bit. I use the word toxic because it doesn't have like the best vibe to it. Like, I'm like, I hate everything and everybody sucks. And run away. But that's usually how I've been. And I've been trying to kind of like laying off that a little bit because, it's true. I pretty much hate everything and everybody sucks. Like, if this world was going to try to teach me a lesson, it definitely taught me how to hate. So, but I've been trying to, like, keep it on a lighter note because I'm not going to be able to change it anyway. And, like, people are going to be the way they are, and I'm going to get aggravated and taken advantage of regardless what I do. So, I mean, I try to just be at peace with it. But when somebody does something like, hey, don't tell anybody you saw me, and then run to the person that they tell you not to tell and say, hey, I just saw this guy, it's really, really irritating. Like, I don't know, I feel like that's like something kind of special to me, but I'm sure that would irritate anybody, but how many people actually do that, I guess? I guess these guys ain't really tough. They just, like, have a lot of health. Or a lot of defense. And they make funny noises. Alright, this is getting a little dicey now. Starting to take a... If I keep getting hit, some of my armor's gonna break. I didn't come here with the best armor. Like, my instant theory is, if somebody's talking to me, they're probably, like, plotting something. Like, I was talking to this cute chick, off and on, and, like always, my instant thought is, what the heck is she ever gonna see in me? But at the same time, I'm like, well, it would really be kind of nice, it's been a little while since I had that kind of interaction. But I kind of always step off because I'm like, well, first off, the way my life has been thus far, stuff like that doesn't just fall in my lap that easily. And, well, so to speak. And, it's always weird. Like, the interaction's always weird. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking now. It doesn't matter anyway. I talked to my Well, probably like I talk to my neighbor sometimes. He's like the only person I really talk to because well, a lot because he lives right next door and he sits outside a lot. So I talk to him a good bit, and I'm like, you know what? When I talk to you, I pretty much assume that you're in cahoots with my grandmother and you're plotting something to make my life harder or more annoying. And he just kind of like laughed. I'm like, yeah, you think I'm joking, don't you? I'm not. Like it's not a paranoia thing. It just seems that when I speak to somebody and they're easy to talk to, or they're in a situation and such that talking to me isn't like going out of anybody's way, it always seems like there's some sort of plot. I don't want to have to keep dealing with all these monsters. Let's try to just run around them. See, the thing is, I'm not equipped enough to take on all these people, and at the same time, I want to explore this place. See, I think I was already here. I need a map. I need a freaking map. Let's see if there's an underneath. There is. I was hoping this might, like, link up to something else. Like, I might be able to make it to the Nether Fortress. Well, look at you, big fella. I wasn't here before. Are you going to try to kill me? Or are you, like, a good golem? That's a good... Oh, my cave first. That's a good golem. Okay, so he might be helpful. I don't want to initiate a 1v1 against the big guy there. If he's not going to attack me, I'm not going to attack him. It seems like he was killing something and it wasn't me, so I might as well let him do his thing. The heck is that? I'm not sure if I can eat this. I can't eat this. It's not very good. It takes up an inventory space per bowl, but I can eat it. Let's see if it has some sort of funky effect. Actually, before we do that, do you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a blaze. But where is he? Yeah, who cares? We'll find him eventually. Let's go and see if there's an actual use for this. No, there isn't. So, let's see if it has any cool effect. That's another big old no. So, I mean, I guess I could set it as a block, so if I need a decoration. Yeah, you go, Golem. If I can find, like, splash potions of healing, I will come back and help you. And keep those guys off my back. Oh no, there's more of them. Yeah, come on up here. Come on up here. Be my guest. They're like... Holy crap, they're multiplying. One of the things I said recently that I actually really kind of like, that I think should be like... I think should be engraved somewhere as like a saying. I think it should be something that like Confucius say, kind of crap. Ooh, are these nether furnaces? Cincinnite Forge. I don't know what that is, but I want it. I want them all. You don't need it. It's mine. Cincinnite Forge, huh? Smelts everything much faster than a regular furnace. Okay, and I'll take 6 of them. I wonder if it's more efficient, too. Like, it uses less, like, coal and stuff. Because that would be really nice. So we all know that I'm having a bit of a not-so-good time with my resources. But anyways, the thing I said was, if somebody asks me, what am I doing about all the bad stuff in the world? Like, what am I proactively doing to change the way the world is? I would say, here's what I'm doing. I'm taking a really long walk, like pretty much as far as I could possibly walk, and maybe grab a beer, sit down, and think, how did the world get to this point in the first place? How did my life get at this point in the first place? How could I change it? It took, the world's been a crap hole from way before I was born. People did disgusting things since way before I was born. And it's not so much a question of what can I do or what am I doing to fix things. It's a question of how did the human population let things get this bad in the first place? That's the real question. I mean, you can sit and be like, what am I doing to fix things? And I'll easily tell you, I'm not doing much of anything. And the reason for that is there's not really much of anything I can do. I'm just I'm just some guy that graduated high school. I'm not. I, I don't feel that. Sometimes I feel like I'm on a little bit of a higher level of intelligence than the general public, but I don't think I'm at um, any kind of social standing or position to help anybody when I can't even help myself. And you might be like, well, what do you mean by that? You can't help yourself. Well, what I mean by that is, I don't feel that half the decisions I make are even my decisions. I don't feel that half the stuff that I do is actually stuff that I want to do. Like, people are like, it's your time, spend it how you want to. And I'm like, that sounds awesome. I would love to do that. I would love to take my time and spend my time the way I want to spend my time. But you know what? I don't want to lay here and play Minecraft. Not all the time. Maybe once in a while, but not all the time. I don't want to go and I think we're gonna take a trip back and deposit some stuff just in case if I do end up dying. But I don't want to be alone all the time. I don't. I like taking walks in the woods. I do, and I like taking them really far and stupid distances that normal people probably wouldn't even think of. And that's all fun, but I don't want to go grocery shopping just to get out of the house. I don't want to go and pay my pay my grandmother's bills and listen to people complain and take advantage of each other. Like I don't want that stuff. What I want to do is go fishing. What I want to do is get a car, have money, fix something in the world to make me feel like I'm useful. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. Yeah, sitting here playing Minecraft, that's great. It's a good way to pass the time. It's fun, and considering I do videos, it gives me the opportunity to vent per se. So, I mean, it's not all bad, but do I have any other weapons on me? No. Do I have anything I can make into a weapon? Yeah, I don't think they have a quartz sword in this. I can make a stone sword, but that would be stupid. That'd be regressing. What about this stuff? Yeah, no. What about you? No. Okay, so it looks like this is going to die soon. Let's go ahead and get out of my inventory. What are you doing? Let's go ahead and see what we can accomplish anyway, I guess. So I did make a setup. I did make some greenhouse glass, and I made a setup to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but then I realized that you could just make straight up peanut butter and honey sandwiches, and it takes one less ingredient, one less crafting step, and heals the same. So, I'm just gonna make peanut butter and honey sandwiches because why not? One of the reasons in particular was because the one berry that I got and decided to grow doesn't actually make jelly. Elderberries, I think it was, and I know for a fact that you can make jelly out of elderberries, so that upsets me. Oh god, get away! I didn't mean to upset you. Whatever it is you want, I don't got it. Oh wow, he's just like tired of the world. Oh jeez. I do have my bow, so I mean, I mean, and a stone shovel. So, I mean, I guess I could, oh, great. Guess I could, maybe he, maybe, oh no, there he is. I thought he dove to his death, too. Like, goodbye, cruel world. Now, I guess they swim in lava, so it's alright. I think I should probably kill this guy. I feel as if he's gonna be trouble. I don't usually attack pigmen, but... Ooh, a weapon. Great, probably one swing. That's awesome. So let's switch those out. And let's see if we can get into this fortress bit here to end up the episode. Now, I mentioned things like, oh, jeez, I don't want any trouble, buddy. Just gonna porcupine you. Oh, no. Is it just me, or is this doing more damage than it was? Or are these guys more vulnerable to this? That's right. We'll wear your skin as a trophy. Okay, so let's get ourselves up in this tower here. And see what this has to offer. I'm hoping we can run into some blazes. That would be pretty great. But I'm not holding my breath. This doesn't seem like a rather large tower, or a rather large fortress. So I don't really... Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I wanted to pillar over to the other fortress thingy, but I figured it's going to be the same as the one I already found. And I guess, like, it was worth it. I am really surprised that didn't kill me. Okay, let's just, oh my god. That's right. That's right. Think you're gonna sneak up on me? I don't freaking think so. There he is. Okay. Okay. Let's actually, like... do this. Hey! So if you place these in a certain fashion, you can make a kiln out of them. So if you place these in the nether to, like, block yourself in, as I did, or did something along those lines, then you can get the kiln achievement for making a kiln. And you didn't actually, didn't actually make a kiln. I think the kiln might have a reason to exist, but I don't really think it does. Like, I think there's other ways of doing it. But we'll cross that road when we come to it. I want to focus on enchanting, to be honest. So yeah, this looks like this is pretty much all there is, like this little section here. And like on my map it shows like a whole huge thing, but I kind of feel like this thing spawning in may have messed with it somehow. Unless it's above me. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, shoot your fireballs. Freaking jerk. No, he did too. Like, he's like, well, doesn't hurt to try. Oh, this Atlas is like the greatest thing in the world for this mod pack, but it's the worst thing too. Yeah, I mean, unless it's underneath then maybe, but I highly doubt that. I think the I think these temple things generating in messed up the fortress. It looks like that might be a fortress over there too. But I think we'll come back and I will have like pillars and paths and junk to get to these places. I think right now we should probably revamp our gear. I think that would probably be in our best interest. So I think we're gonna call the end episode to a close, and yeah, I think we'll take our spoils and work on better armor and bet in a enchantment table, because now we have that and we can do that. One thing I know about this mod pack is you cannot enchant during the daytime. It has to be nighttime. So that'll be interesting. So I'll have to go back and forth from the overworld to the underworld, or overworld to the nether, or however you wanna say it. We did get some soul sand, which I can make more now. There is a method. If you put in the hopper, yeah, if you put soul sand as a filter and you put normal sand through it, it turns it into soul sand. So just having one piece, I now have unlimited. So that's pretty great. We're probably going to work on making this. I think I probably have the stuff to do so. So we'll probably make this next episode. It's probably going to be a bit of a crafting episode. And we'll come back to the nether when I upgrade my armor. Now, I did not upgrade to the point of increasing the difficulty. I did make this, by the way. I found everything I needed to make it. I didn't bring it with me because I didn't want to lose it already. But I didn't upgrade my armor to the point of increasing the difficulty, but the difficulty is now increased because we went to the nether. So things are going to be a little bit more difficult in the overworld now. There'll be fire mobs and stuff like that, but when we upgrade our armor, in which we are going to do, that's going to increase the difficulty one more time. So that's fine with me, because all we've been getting so far is zombie hordes. And to be honest, I mean, the only thing that makes them threatening, besides my lack of good armor, is the sheer number of them. So having something that's different will be nice. I did go and do, I think, 3 different bounties for the bounty board, just because, like, I don't think they're particularly useful, but they were pretty easy. It was like 23 string gives you like 2 gold and 30 some coal or something, so I was like, I have pretty much unlimited string, I might as well cash in on that. But yeah, we'll end out the episode here. I'm gonna carry all this junk back and start building for the future. And start building our next Better with Mod setup with the new Nether stuff. One more thing that I want to mention. So for some reason, my 80, 70, 80-year-old grandmother, I don't know her actual age. It's somewhere between 65 and 80. But she has me going to pick her up makeup on a few different occasions. Now, I know a lot of girl stuff. Like, I went girl shopping a couple of times, but makeup isn't one of my strong suits. Like, there's so many different brands, so many different types, so many different shades of different types of different brands, and it's like really, really confusing. So I went up, and she never told me what brand to get. So I went up and asked this girl, and by the way, she had the worst attitude in the world. Like, she was what a Walmart employee really feels like on the inside, but on the outside. And I was like, can you help me out? I don't know this junk. And I'm like, it's obviously not for me. She's like, what do you want? And I'm like, well, I need to pick up this blah blah stuff. And she's like, did you get a brand? I'm like, no, I died. She never told me the brand, which, you know, and I don't have a cell phone. I don't do that junk. I mean, I would if I could, but I don't really, it doesn't really bother me either way, but that's a different story. So she's looking up this product from the description I gave her, and she's like, do you think it's Maybelline? And I'm like, you know what? maybe it is Maybelline. Because you remember that stupid commercial? And they're like, oh, you know, how'd she get such nice skin, or how'd she get looking so good? And they're like, oh, maybe it's Maybelline. And that's like their advertisement. And she just looked at me like, seriously? I'm like, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. But, yeah, I mean, the one time I say something that actually is kind of cool, the girl I say it to is like, you know, 40 to 60 pounds overweight, has a terrible attitude, and has no sense of humor. Because, I mean, come on. If you're in a makeup department and you remember that stupid commercial, and somebody says that to you, how can you not? I mean, you kind of have to, right? But that's the end of the story. I took up enough of your time with my babbling. Thanks for watching. I'll probably... The next episode will be in the overworld, more than likely, until I build some bridges and upgrade armor. I did get a really nice bow from one of the bounties. It's not really nice, but it's pretty nice. And I'm thinking we might upgrade to that one. But yeah, going. Thank you. Catch you next time.